All right, we have some, sorry, totally spaced out. Woo, welcome to Elizabeth Land, where we come flying in. Uh, so I don't know that I've chatted in any of these videos. Part of the reason I created a planner is because I'm a fucking squirrel. Part of being tenacious is owning who we are. You're welcome. So legacy and vision. I don't necessarily feel the need to have a legacy that the next 20 generations know who I am. Do need a legacy that the next 7 generations live a better life because of the cycles I've broken and because of setting up the future to continue creating change that is necessary for them. So that's my version of legacy. Whatever your version is totally welcome, and whatever your vision is welcome. So what fuels your soul? What do you want to see happen this year? We tend to overplan a year and underestimate what we can do in a decade. And we don't ever talk about that 5-year mark. A good friend of mine and I were talking the other day, and when she was moving out of hell, I told her, apparently I was really smart, I don't remember this, but I told her, I said, "Hey, just know in 5 years you will live a completely different life." And she called me and she was like, "Hey, I just need you to know that I hit my 5-year mark." And holy shit, Batman. Not only am I a different continent, I'm in a different state, and I'm working a job I love, and like it is a totally different world. So no matter where you are right now, emotionally, mentally, physically, just know that 5 years can be completely different. And if you don't believe me, I just want to remind you that we're walking into 4 years from that lovely year that we all shared together. One more year. One more year. So, what we're gonna look at is I just want to get really clear on this. We have self, pro, health, and finances. I think, no, I don't think. Often when I'm discussing this, one of the things that happens is, sorry, my hearing aids are driving me crazy. Um, People get confused because professional is easy, right? Productivity, what I do at work, we know what our goals are. Hopefully somebody's holding your hand as you're doing it. Um, and then health, we have both mental and physical within it. So if we have mental health and physical health, then like what is self? Okay. Your mental health and your physical health are great and they're very important, but they're not who you are. They're not what you like to do. They're not the hobbies that you want to be able to do. They're not the books that you want to be able to read that aren't personal development. They're not the places that you want to go. They're not they're not you. They're not your magic. They're not your light. And they're also self isn't necessarily productive things. Maybe you want to take more naps this year. I love what Nap Ministry is doing. If you don't know who that is, go ahead and just pause. Boop. Okay. Hopefully you went and check that out on Instagram. It's fantastic. They're doing great things. Um, and look at self a little differently than just these other things. Now, I get it. Your professional life will feed into self and your finances will feed into that too. So I hear you, but hopefully this kind of separates that. Now, if you have the paper version of this planner, you'll notice that these two pages are separated. Hopefully I did my job in layout and you're able to see them side by side. So what I want you to do on this page is look at the big picture. I don't want you to break down any tasks in this. I don't want you to think about how you're going to get there. I just want you to look at the really large size. So for me personally with self, last year, one of the things I looked at is I really wanted to travel. And I can tell you, I'm coming at the end of the year. I had like one of the best travel years of my life. I spent 5 days in Baltimore with one of my best friends. I got to go to Mexico with my wife. I got to take a weekend away with just my kid. I got to see Tenacious D. I didn't have any of that on the calendar at the beginning of the year. Well, I think we had Mexico bought and paid for. But anyway, I just want you to look at like just what is it that you want. Those aren't on my list for this year. This year it's going to be a little bit more. We've got a new puppy that we want to be able to have trained. That's going to be on self because that will lower my anxiety. One of my jobs with this, and I'm going to get real personal for a second, with my CPTSD, I have a high jump factor. I will be learning how to lower that. What do I need to do with my cortisol? So that's going to be myself. Professionally, I don't want to bore you with that, but I got some things coming. Now, in finances, one of the things I want you to notice is that the first thing I want you to do is put away your savings Secondly, I want you to take care of bills. And then lastly, I want you to take care of those around you. I truly believe the more we take care of the others, the more it comes back to us. So if you are in a place to do so, even if it's $1 a month, even whatever it is, just be intentional about it. I believe it comes back. So look at what you want to do overall with the year. So whether you think monthly or yearly, whatever that looks like for you, just go ahead and fill that in there. All right, go ahead, run, hop to it. Which part was easy for you in this, and which part was super hard for you to navigate with this? Again, I'd love to hear. Drop it below for me. Oh, and just back up. Did you look up Nap Ministry? Just curious.